You look great. You look ready, Kyle. You got a sneak preview for us?
I do. Go ahead, throw me up.
Yeah. Still no volume. I could dub it. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and now we get to put this piece of shit together. I'm so angry.
That's how babies are made.
Oh man, I'm gonna need you to repeat that to me later because I totally missed it. I was not paying attention.
And I'm the only one here without kids.
Whole thing. Speaking of babies, you know what babies love? Johnson Plastics Plus, the sponsor of tonight's episode of the Laser Source podcast. Babies
I know my kids do.
Yeah, babies in particular are actually really, really intrigued by lasers. They learn how they work at a very young age if you have a smart one. And a lot of babies even adapt the technology to their own bodies to weaponize themselves in order to fend off the great invasion of toads, which is destined to come in 2030. For more information about that, head over to lasereverything.net.
True story. Evelyn's first words, Romark, right?
Romark. Yeah. Mine was laser path.
Yeah, I thought it would be like dad, mama. No. Incorrect.
Pretty much never. So do your baby a favor. Yeah, do your baby a favor, do your baby a solid, and head over to Johnson Plastics Plus because we really do love them over there, and babies do too.
By the way, if you do head over there, you can use code YLR-ZDF to get some percentage off and save some moolah. And if that changes, the link will be in the description below. All right, there you go.
Speaking of that, Matt, did you know that Johnson Plastics Plus has sublimatable plush burp cloth for babies?
I didn't, but that would be phenomenal because
I didn't either. That's pretty cool.
I'm not gonna lie. The shirts that I made my kids with the sublimator or the sublimation printing was pretty dope. All their friends thought they were super cool. So, just saying, I kind of want to do that now because that's literally to me like, do you want to make your money back quick? I feel like that'd be the way to go.
Nice.
So, just saying.
Cool. Well, how is everybody? Guys, you turned out today. You must have really liked that thumbnail of the baby because
I felt like my thumbnail was better, but it's okay.
Yours is fine, but
I don't want to show it because then we got to save it. We got to save it.
Needs more babies. Hello to everybody else in chat that we
I didn't know how to make them.
You don't know how to make babies until Kyle just explained it.
Correct. That was a really deep it was like really introspective.
And I was trying to get my headphones to pair to my computer, so I was just not paying attention. Just like when my 3 children were born. I missed it then too.
Oh my god.
This isn't a podcast about babies though. It's a podcast about laser wielding babies. So what do we got on the laser front? I mean, Matt, you've been gone. Where'd you go?
So I spent 12 hours in the car last Thursday driving up to North Carolina. And we got to North Carolina and it was really, really cool. Literally, like it was actually cool. And it was weird because you could have a cup of coffee outside and sweat wasn't dripping from all of your parts, and we drove back today. Like the kids got to go into, we hiked, we saw waterfalls. They got to go into an actual Native American store. I handed out like 20 business cards in a handful of cities where I was like, I see that you don't have a lot of laser engraving. I make laser engraving stuff and I can ship it here. So you should buy from me. And kind of was working on a few things there. And then we drove back today, and then I got back home, immediately had to fix dinner and fix a toilet. And now I'm here. So I had to set my camera back up. And
what you actually did was fix dinner in a toilet.
Correct. Actually, that's how we do things in Florida. It's basically just what we like to call prison soup.
Yeah. I mean, Florida is kind of one big prison toilet. If you
Funny, though, it's actually tied into how Kyle explained how babies are made. So, I didn't expect that. That's weird.
On the stove in the toilet. Called Florida.
Okay.
Did you have a nice trip? Did you actually get to relax? I didn't hear from you.
Yeah,
so you must have.
I was going to say Emily Caroline from That Mom with a Laser, who, by the way, Laser Maker Con is starting this week, right? 25th, 26th, 27th?
Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yep.
Yep.
She actually had emailed me and we had talked back and forth a little bit because I'm in the video with Alex, so she was asking some questions, but like did not even look at emails for 3 days. I got back today and she had written me a message to check on something, and I was like, oh. And speaking of Laser Maker Con, Chris, the winner from last week, right?
Yeah. Yep. I just actually, for whatever reason, like every 10th person that I send an email to lately, it's been getting like the smackdown from Google's authentication servers. It's a long story that I'm not going to tell here because it's incredibly boring. But Chris, if you're out there, bro, I sent you a friend request on Discord. Kyle kindly interfaced us in that way. I've got your ticket, and I'm happy to hand it over now that the verification is complete. So big congrats to Chris again for winning the VIP Encore Pass giveaway. For everybody else, there's still time to grab one at the cheaper $77 price, which you can pay right up until the event starts, I believe. So
you can attend for free.
Yeah.
If you have time to watch the content for that 24-hour period, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have time, or you want to be able to watch it into the coming weeks, months, years, then you need the ticket.
And the other nice thing too is you can access it immediately when you purchase it, because and that's where Weird Laura just said it. The content that you and Alex made was great.
Nice.
And we actually had a few people today in the Facebook group of that go off. They were saying how cool it was. They said, this is all of the work I never wanted to do, but I'm so glad it's done. And that's the whole point, actually, that we talk about in the video.
Wait, so Encore Pass people got to watch everything early?
Yeah, so they've had access since the first day that it went on sale. So
nice.
Do we have a link in the description, by the way, or no?
We do.
I was going to say, I know that it used to be you had 20 minutes. If you clicked on the link and you bought it, it was only $47, which to me is a ridiculously good deal. And I'm literally not in salesperson mode. Like, I plan on buying a ticket because we only got one ticket, and then we got the other ticket and gave it away. So I'm going to pay for my ticket. But honestly, I feel like there's a lot of really good stuff, and there's a lot of really good files that people are giving away. The file we made is pretty dope. So you get a link to that. So just saying.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, if you watch our like episode, if you want to call it that, you're gonna end up wanting the file. So you should probably just buy the ticket and save yourself some trouble. I go into a bunch of detail about it on an episode that we just uploaded about how it was like one of my longest episodes ever. So if you want to hear more about it before making your decision, you can go watch that episode too, because it's up and it's short and it's to the point.
Yep. Yeah. And the nice thing too is there's a lot of files for, I know I'm talking about, but there's a file that I really am excited to make, actually, because we played Chinese checkers at the lake house, or not the mountain house. Oh, yep. Like John said, smash the like button, folks. And so basically we played Chinese checkers and my kids were talking about it. And on the way back home, I was like digging through some of the files that you can see in the group and people are already making the files that people made. So
yeah.
The file is, as Matt would say, dope. It is.
That's brutal. You see that?
Man, what have you been spending?
I'm just brown all the way.
Woo.
Yo, Ed's here. What's up, Ed?
Look at that. Oh my god.
Why are we looking at your white arm?
I don't know, dude. It was just up here, and then it was so bright, it like distracted me.
It made your sensors defocus.
I also wanted to shout out Willow Tree Woodworking. What's up, guys? First time joining your live. Woodworkers, maker, and YouTuber here from Gerald, Texas. What's up?
What did you do this week, Alex? How was your week?
Dude, I edited like nobody's business. I finished that episode that you did that was really important. If you guys don't know, doing lens corrections in light burn following any of the guides that we've published in the past misses a huge step that they added recently for rescaling your output. So once you get all of the warping corrections done, you have to make sure that everything's the right size. And they've included a tool that makes doing that really, really easy. But it wasn't included in any of our tutorials. So Kyle just said, screw it, I'm just going to redo the whole thing. And he shot an entire brand new light burn F theta lens correction video. So I finished the edit on that. It felt really good, especially because we're talking about LMC. I spent so long editing that episode. I think we went almost 20 days without uploading like a real episode to the channel. So I really, really wanted to get something out. And once I got that out, I felt a lot better. But we jumped right into the next project. So now, and I'm going to try, I don't know if I can actually do this or not, but I'm going to try to share a sneak preview of the next episode with you guys today. And that is the final episode of my box building episode. Matt and Kyle have already gotten to build boxes, and I'm not very good at it at all. I've needed help like every step of the way. So it's been like an interesting little mini series. In the very first episode, we had to revive the Eon Mira 9 in order to get it functioning again, because it had like an inch thick coat of dust on it from all the moving and just sitting there. We've been focused on galvo lasers and ultra portables, and I haven't really had time to play with the Mira 9 lately. And so we had to kind of dig that out of the grave and exhume it and get it all put back together, which went super smooth. And then in the second episode, Kyle guides me through the file creation process. So he tells me, just like Matt's showing on the screen, he tells me exactly step by step what I need to do in order to get all the parameters in correctly, to generate boxes based on the thickness of the material and the size you want the boxes to be and what all of the variables stand for. So all of that stuff is included in that episode. It's also got some fun little animations in it. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you haven't, you should go watch it. We spent way too much time animating that, but it was a lot of fun. So even though it's not something we're going to do all the time, it's still a neat little novelty. So that was episode 2. Now the Mira is prepped and moved into the new studio. The original video was shot in the old one, believe it or not. That's how long I've been trying to get this little series finished. The second one, you're going to learn all about how to generate the file. In the third one, you're going to see every horrible thing that happened to me from the moment I turned the Mira on until the moment the thing was done being put together. Right? The first words of the episode are me staring into the camera, very upset, saying, everything that has gone wrong has gone wrong, or everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. And I guess it's time to put this together. I mean, like it's rough. There's a lot of lessons in there to learn from watching me along the way on that one. So I think it's going to be a really fun episode. I think you guys are in for some like twists and turns and some unexpected things and some disasters, frankly. I mean, you guys know what went down in that shop. We're up, I guess, if you want to be
By the
technical.
way, I feel like it should fade in to like you just looking defeated, like everything. Like you've already got it there.
Did you see the
fade out?
Yeah. I could make the fades a little longer.
And in case anybody wants to know, because Laura, way earlier in the day, like literally, I think we were just crossing into the Florida state line or like Georgia, somewhere in like Valdosta. And Laura's like, who came up with this title today? And that was me, because Alex, it's like, what was it? Wood, boxes, and baby making? I don't know, something. It's very technical laser stuff.
Also, in other news, just about every piece of computing software that I have has been moved over to Linux. So I'll be operating in Linux from here on out. Not that it really matters. 99% of the lasers we use in Lightburn, and beyond the installation of Lightburn, it's identical after that. So it's not a huge deal, but for those who are interested, that is a fact. I believe it's this video, hopefully. Yeah, that is it. Okay.
Oh, it does fade in. Nice.
We're not gonna get audio though.
No volume.
No.
I mean, I can like say it for you if you want to.
No,
Everything that it's going wrong could go wrong. It's going wrong.
Well, I don't know how to fix that.
You want to shoot it to me and I'll do it.
Yeah, in like 2 seconds.
Oh, wait, check this out. This makes it all better. So when you have bad days like that with the laser, hearing like Willow Tree Woodworking said, I watched your vid on MakerCon today, and the planning calendar alone is worth the money. That's nice.
Thank you.
Good to see it. Glad it's helping you.
Matt and I worked really, really hard on that, so I'm glad that you liked it. All right, I'm gonna try this one more time. Let me know really quick. It's pretty loud, so if you don't hear it, then anything? No.
I mean, it's not playing. Oh. No audio.
All right, I will send it to you, Kyle.
That face says it all, though. Like, right.
Yeah, that face does it. I mean, yeah, seriously, it was rough, guys. But I'm looking forward to you seeing it because there is, as usual on Laser Everything, a great many things that you guys will get to learn from my horrible mistakes. So it's a good time. So that's what's coming up next. I've got a bunch of other stuff to edit too, as you guys know. We also, somebody sent us a message on the LMA and was like, hey, you haven't uploaded an LMA course in like a really long time. And we actually had like a bunch of stuff done and it just hadn't like been set to visible because we were waiting on videos. And I decided not to wait on videos anymore, obviously, because we're busy with like public channel stuff. So I just set all of that reading, all of that educational literature to visible. So if you are an LMA member and you haven't and you haven't actually like looked through those course sections lately, a bunch of new stuff went up that's been greenlit, including chapters from Matt's courses and my courses. So go take a peek at that if you'd like.
I'm looking at it right now. And by the way, it'll pop up if you're an LMM member on the left side where you see it. It'll actually pop up as like a highlighted, like the bolded text. I'm going to put us back to this thing. I like this one. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's particularly good for mine because my walls behind me are like really empty. So this just keeps like the interesting stuff behind me.
Yeah.
By the way, we have new members joining today. Like if you look.
Yeah, I saw every Prezi, brand new member.
Thomas Sharp.
Thank you.
About 20 minutes ago, Thomas Sharp, or 15 minutes ago, Thomas Sharp did, and then Everprezi. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
If you guys are on Discord, you can connect your YouTube account to your Discord account in your YouTube account settings, and you will get a role, like a special contributor role on the Discord server. So if you haven't, make sure you do that so that you get your money's worth, get your recognition in. Because it's a neat feature. Kyle and I were amazed that worked the first time we did it because it, like YouTube gives you a very specific role and then it has to trigger like a software thing to like recognize that it happened and then give you another role.
Historically speaking, that was not the easiest thing to ever make work ever, and it rarely worked. And the fact that it works now and continues to work is
it's impressive. So make sure you get your Discord role. What's up, Michael? I see you in there. Laser Engraving 911. That dude's been pumping out content. Make sure you go check out.
Is there a video that tells people how to connect all that, or is it? Maybe we can do like an audio, like a.
I mean, we could do it easy enough. It's not a difficult process, but yeah.
Me and Kyle can knock that out. I'm signing this up, Kyle.
You look great. You look ready, Kyle. You got a sneak preview for us?
I do. Go ahead, throw me up.
Yep. Still no volume. I could dub it. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And now we get to put this piece of shit together. I'm so angry.
And then everything cuts to perfection, right?
And then everything, that's right. No. So you guys are literally gonna like watch. I did like multiple angles and you can see like where things start going wrong, awry, right away.
Is the audio not coming through still?
No, the audio is still not coming through, but it's okay. Whatever.
Well,
technical issues since 2021.
Yeah, see, Resin said she loved the dub.
Thank you.
Trying again.
I still
Okay.
think my voice was pretty spot on.
I was definitely going to show. Oh, yeah. Okay. Restart it. We are set up to record.
Let me turn my
All right. Here you go, guys. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. And now we get to put this together. So let's get started. Okay, guys, thank God Kyle was able to help get that file set up, because I was definitely going to struggle with that on my own. But we are set up to record over here. We've got our 2 pieces of wood right here ready to go. So I'm going to load them in. I'll throw the settings up on the screen. Let's get them cut and see how they come out. So we're all set up here on the Eon Mirror 9, guys, and the boards fit perfectly, which is great. You may notice we're in the new studio now. I've moved since we started recording this episode. I just wanted to show you Lightburn really quick so we could talk about settings for half a second. So we are doing this at 20 millimeters a second with 100% power, and we have our air assist on. Just one pass should do the trick. And remember, Kyle built our kerf into our file, so we shouldn't have to mess with this in Lightburn. It should be taken care of for us automatically. And here on the project page, we've got our 2 panels. And obviously only one of those is going to fit on the mirror bed at a time. So I'm just going to load one up, we'll cut it, and then we'll do the second one. Oh, you
What
naive.
could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? If you would like to find out, keep an eye out. I have been power editing my way through that episode. It's probably not going to be done tonight just because we did have the podcast, but I may be able to finish it tomorrow for publishing on Friday. So keep an eye out for that if you want to see things go poorly. But that's my update. That's what I've been working on. Anything outside of that, I mean, you know, right before we left for California, Vince and I had just finished a big overhaul on the website. So if you haven't been to lasereverything.net in a while, make sure you go check that out. There's a bunch of new databasing features that make it really easy to find some super helpful and important information and submit settings to the community parameter libraries and all that stuff. You guys know me, I'm always focused on our web services and trying to keep that accessible and free and useful. So if you haven't checked that out, I would highly encourage you to do so. But that's about it for me.
This was my thing I was going to update on, by the way. Remember I told you that my laser has been like taking a dump lately?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We figured it out. Kyle and I were talking about it. So this is a flow sensor, right?
I have to say, I'm going to interrupt you really quick and just say that right now you're reminding me of the Hurt Locker when he holds up the like little switch thing. He's like, this almost killed me. Yeah. It's like you. All right, never mind. Sorry.
My business for like 2 weeks because basically what was happening is the flow sensor. I mean, it's literally just a valve that, not even a valve. It's just like is it a valve? I don't know. Doesn't actually shut them as far as I know. But basically,
I don't know. I think the way that it works is like it's like a butterfly valve. Yeah. And when it's open, it like makes contact with a switch and sends a signal. And if it closes because there's no current, it cuts the signal off.
Yeah.
And
so
this alarms.
This was not alarming or doing anything. It just wasn't working. So basically, what happened is these little. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but we can try. You tell me. The little metal tong looking things, right? They basically just stopped working. So water was flowing through it, but it wasn't actually telling the laser to fire. And so basically you've got 2 little lights that'll be on your control board, and one is the power and one is the laser sensor. Basically it says, hey, you're good to go, fire away. And this little thing just crapped out because it's so old. And it was like I think it was $12. I ordered it from Boss, which is my manufacturer, and they're right down the street. So I got it the next day. So it was really cool. But then it's just so busy with other stuff that I didn't have time to fix it. So order parts like this. I got a whole bunch of other things. Like I got a magnetic sensor. I got a couple of other like little parts that probably will end up breaking soon. And I would say if we're talking about things to do to prepare for Christmas time and for the fall season, which is like usually the big money making season, buy these little parts, buy a belt, buy an extra lens, get that stuff now, dude. Like you can go back and look. If you're looking for a link, we have them all over the place in our other Amazon things. But I mean, even if you're not going to use our links, that's fine. Just take care of yourselves and take care of your parts. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is what it looks like inside. And it literally just senses flow through it. And when it's flowing, it tells the laser, hey, you're good to go. So anyways, long story short, spend $50 now to make 1,000.
Take care of yourself. Take care of your parts.
Yeah.
That's
how babies are made. Is that how babies are made?
The downside with yours too is that the flow sensor was wired into the laser power supply. So it's not even like you could turn it off through the controller or light burn. That was just it is literally like electrical to mechanical right there.
Yeah, that was it. And so what was interesting is it actually went out. So Kyle and I figured it out pretty quickly what it was. But again, didn't fix it for 2 weeks just because I had fiber laser stuff going on and some UV jobs going on. And so it wasn't a priority. But John says, if your laser comes with spare parts kit, buy it. Yes. Take care of yourself and each other, Jerry Springer. Good old flow switch. Just turn it off and light burn. Fixed. Yeah, right. I tried.
Yeah, that's how you do
it. Burn your house down. Anyways. I fixed it quick, easy peasy. Let's see. Something else I just saw. Well, I started a few, so let's see. Resin way back when said, Kyle, how you feeling this week?
Well, I guess that's a good time for me to talk about my updates. I had a rough week. I had a health event, which I'm on another medication now, and I'm alive. So
yay.
Yeah. So it's been an off week. I've been recovering all week. All weekend, I guess I should say, since it's the beginning of a new week. But other than that, I mean, life goes on. It is what it is. I did one laser project, and then that was kind of the end of my energy for the weekend. So
if you guys are wondering what Kyle's health event was, it was a massive onslaught of explosive diarrhea.
Yep, that's
pretty. Which, by the way, again, that's a flow sensor issue.
Yeah, it's a flow sensor issue.
So,
yes, indeed.
So yeah, just kind of that's what's going on. And I got all my Amazon Prime Day stuff in. So I got my weird f380 250 millimeter lens in from Cloud Ray off Amazon.
Just a quick note on Amazon. So last week and by we I mean Kyle, because he did all the work, ran through like a list of some of the things that he was keeping his eye on for Prime Day. Prime Day is long over, but if you're interested in the stuff that we were poking around at during Prime Day, I did include the link to that in this week's episode description as well. So it just links you to a Google sheet and everything's kind of there right down the line. It's, I think, still worth looking at. So if you want to check that out, feel free. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
No, all good. It's nice to reference too. I like having the spreadsheet because let's face it, we don't know what vendors are going to set on sale after a sale event is over, right? Or what the price will be after the fact. But the vast majority of the items that were originally on that sheet are far more expensive now, again, when they have no incentive to be. So it's kind of nice to see that most of the deals were actually pretty decent. I also got a box of 30 stainless steel 304 stainless 0.5 millimeter cards to engrave. I got a pack of melamine sponges.
Apparently, Jason picked up some of the cards he recommended. He said they're really high quality.
Good. and I got 25 feet of 4-conductor wire so I can make rotary extensions to go along with these GX16 cable lines. So that's my purchase haul, I guess.
Cool.
Other than that, I've been fussing around on Etsy. Some of you guys I saw commented on a couple of the videos, so some of you may have seen them, but they're just basic design packs to get people up and running that don't like designing or
Can we let's
don't design.
plug? Kyle has worked selflessly for this company and for our community for literally years at this point, and he doesn't want to talk about anything that he's been working on because he feels like it's skeezy to do so. So I'm gonna have to do it for him. First of all, Kyle, what is the channel name?
Kyle's Laser Stuff.
Kyle's Laser Stuff. Let's see. I'm going to allow this, and we're going to force this down Kyle's throat. So let's find this really quick. Kyle's Laser Stuff. All right, here we go. So here's Kyle's channel, guys. Is it all shorts right now?
All shorts, yeah, for now.
It's all shorts. So so here's Kyle's Laser Stuff. He's been working really hard on like these seamless vector pattern packs. So basically, like, you can infinitely expand them. So if you need to do something the size of a postage stamp or something the size of like the side of a building, these patterns will scale, and they will scale infinitely and seamlessly. It's really cool. And he's been building them all by hand. It's extremely impressive. On top of that, Kyle has just figured out how to do like these really cool. I'm begging him to do an episode on it. He hasn't agreed to it yet, but I'm begging him to do an episode on it. He is making these like spinning animations of these tumblers, which I think is just like the coolest thing that I've ever seen. I really, really think this is dope. I think the people that are watching the channel would freak out if you showed us how to make this. But it's pretty solid. So first of all, if you haven't subscribed, do that. I'm going to copy this link so I can dump it into the description in a minute, guys. And here it is in chat. Second of all, Kyle's got a link tree up on the channel, and it takes you to his Etsy. So if we click on his Etsy shop, right here, you can see all the different patterns that he's got. $3.50, $9, $5. They're super cheap, guys. And again, he built these all by hand, and he's really proud of the work that he's doing, and I'm really proud to share it with you guys. So please, if you haven't already, go, first of all, subscribe to Kyle's channel, help him get some of that early boost for the algorithm. Second of all, go check out the stuff he has for sale on Etsy. These patterns are super easy to use in Photoshop and Illustrator. There are infinite use cases for very basic patterns like these, and they're inexpensive. So let's all support Kyle. Kyle's been supporting us, literally supporting us and carrying this company on his back for many years now. And you know, make an early purchase. Leave Kyle a 5-star review on Etsy. Help him get his files in front of the wider audience out there. I think he would really appreciate it. That's what I got.
By the way, I'm pretty excited. Kyle was nice enough to send me one of those files, and because I've got a bunch of cups sitting around here, and my local store, the one that I was telling you guys, actually, they don't buy things from me. It's a what do you call it? I don't even know. I'm forgetting. I've been in a car all day. Where you sell stuff and they take a percent.
Commission?
No, somebody help me out.
Tax?
One of you smart people in chat, help me out. Basically, it starts with a C. I don't
Commission?
know. Whatever. Anyways, they want to, like, I showed them Kyle's cup, and they're like, "Oh, we want those to put in the shop so that we can sell those." And I was like, "Yes, I can do those." And I've never done one. Hey, consignment. Thank you, Tennessee. Wood signs.
Yeah,
The best.
There it is.
I told you it was a C word. Like, well,
That's a southern word, consignment.
yeah.
It's a
I mean,
southern
Tennessee and me, right? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that could be a good YouTube channel. Tennessee and me. So, anyways, they want. I'm gonna do these some of these cups and whatever else they want. Some 20 ounces. and basically put those into the consignment shop especially for the fall coming up. And I'm pretty excited to do those. And I've got the Rotoboss Talon that Kyle and I have been getting a little more adept with. I think every week we play with them as much as we can to try to actually take what he's doing in theory and put it into practice. And he's been putting it into practice, and he's got some better settings than the live that we did now. So anyways, we'll talk about that later, but I thought that was pretty good.
I'm looking forward to that cup challenge you challenged me to, Matt.
Did I challenge you? I did. Okay, so there's some weird stuff coming out of this. You guys are like sending text that I think the videos, things I said. You're telling me I challenged you to a cup challenge? Like what?
You did.
What is a cup challenge? Why? What? I
Matt
totally
wants to do a
2
full wrap
cups,
with me,
1
and he wants to do a challenge.
laser.
Oh, dude, Kyle would destroy you on a full wrap challenge.
I mean, are we designing it or are we just making one? Like settings?
Just making whatever. Doesn't matter.
I don't
You
know.
don't have a chance.
Whatever
I
you want to
wouldn't even
do,
it.
it's your challenge.
I wouldn't do it if I were you, because that's
I
just gonna
don't
be
think I
embarrassing.
challenged him at all. Like I wouldn't. That's not like if it was like, hey, let's see who can cut like the thickest material. By the way, this question is important. We'll come back to that. Can I run 2 lasers at the same time? Laura has been waiting for us patiently, meaning through the same light burn. I generally have more than one window open. I was curious if I could be running my CO2 and my UV at the same time.
Yes, you can. It's not going to be through the same light burn window. What you actually have to do is open a second instance of it. So if you're on a Mac, you can do it from the top left menu, I think it is. And you drop down and it's just open another window. And then on Windows, you can do the same thing, the options there. But I just use the center click on my mouse and I click on the light burn icon on my taskbar and it opens a second instance of it. That's a shortcut for you if you're on a Windows machine.
Yeah, I'll show you guys that real quick. So if you're someone who's visual, what Kai was just saying, this is something I'm working on right now. But up here in your file, you just select new window.
Yep.
And it opens up your new window. And in this one, you can come down here to, nope, I have not updated since I've been gone.
Since
sure,
I've been
great.
gone.
And so basically it just launched the second one, and I came in here, and what I did was I went to, I got some interesting names for my lasers. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But I just opened up the second laser and went to select it, and there you go. Right.
The main thing that you're going to want to be concerned about, at least in my opinion, is what laser is your default laser. So when you open Lightburn, what device is popping up as your primary device? What I personally do is I set it as a no machine. So it defaults to a no machine state. And the reason why I do that is because when I open Lightburn, if I have a laser on, I don't want it to think it's connected to one laser when it's actually a completely different one. So I have like 3 fibers or whatever here. If I want to run one specific laser and it pairs up to a different laser, I don't want that to screw up a job on another laser. So that's why I use the no machine default that they added in the most recent update. You can also just make a fake machine, like a G-code machine, like a diode, set that as your default. So that way, you're not screwing up a job when you open up a second instance and it locks onto a laser.
Yeah.
If it locks onto a laser.
One of the things, just to show you what he's talking about, like, of course, it's not going to open up here. But mine, so if I come in here and let's say I want it, this is my gantry. This is my 24 by 36. And this is middleman 210 would be my CO2 210 lens.
Yeah.
When I click file, new window, it's going to open up this window here, but it opens it up to my CO2 laser because my CO2 laser is not connected to this computer. So it'll always default to what he's calling the no laser window. Where basically you could either create one that doesn't exist or whatever, but it won't interrupt anything and it won't have any issues. So you just don't want the controllers getting confused, basically. I guess is the easier. The other thing too is this was a good point. So Jason said from Rotoboss said, I've run 3 gantries and 2 galvos at the same time, but you should be on a PC, not a laptop, or maybe some like something that's got a little more processing power because you're.
It's going to put more processing strain. So every instance of Lightburn that you run is going to suck down more RAM and more processing power.
Yeah.
Right?
So. And the other thing too, did they ever fix this? So like it used to be like if you switched from a JPT, like one JPT source to another, it would have like a hiccup. Did they ever fix that?
It was it wasn't that. It was if you went from a digital to a non-digital board, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the way it works is like now is like everything's on COM ports. So just if you're running a bunch of multiple instances of Lightburn, make sure you set your COM port. Like specifically, a COM port's just a USB port that the computer can see, and so you have to match each COM port to the laser, and it depends on which USB port you have it plugged in on your computer, and that can get complicated when you're running hubs and stuff. But once you find the right one, if you leave it there and close Lightburn, when you open it next time, it'll just default to that, which is great. And then as long as your COM port is set correctly for each device profile, when you open that device profile from then on, there shouldn't be any kind of like conflict issues. It should just work.
Yeah. By the way, Anthony answered the question right as we were hitting it. Hi, Anthony. Look, I think it's the first time he's been on tonight.
It's his wife's birthday today. Happy
no
birthday,
wonder.
Anthony's wife.
Happy birthday to Miss Montez.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's
we
what
love you
Laura
for
said.
sharing your husband with us.
Yeah, thank you. She said that's understandable. Only my Aeon mirrors, Wi-Fi, and my UV and fiber are wired.
Title of Kyle's sex tape. Thank you for sharing your
My UV is wired.
No, thank you.
No, dude, thank you for sharing your husband with us.
I set up a thing. So I have because you guys are so supportive, I have an exclusive Laser Everything coupon code for my shop.
Ooh.
It's Laser Everything.
It is laser.
Very constructive, I know.
I did add the link in the description, and if you use that link to visit Kyle's shop, it auto applies a coupon for you, so you don't even need to do anything. You just get 10%
Save
off.
some money. Use the link. I don't mind.
Me neither.
This is a good question.
We get commission.
Look,
Yeah.
you get commission, and I'm okay with giving up money to support the community.
Let's see. Anyone? All right. So here's a couple of things. We'll come back to that because I really want to do one just to show people that how doable. I think we did one live a couple weeks ago. Steven said, anyone doing depth map engraving and or embossing? And the answer is yes. Kyle did a really great video for depth map engraving on a coin. That was the one with the pumpkin, right?
Been a minute. Yeah. That's part of the Lightburn for Galvo crash course, I believe.
I think it's one of the latter ones. Yeah.
Let's go find it. If you guys don't know how to look for things on the channel, this will be really helpful for you. Watch this. So I'm just going to come over here. There's a little magnifying glass on the homepage of the channel. And if you just use this one down here, not the big one, it'll only return results from our channel. And then we could just type in like 3D and complete guide. You can start creating 3D engravings. Now, this is Kyle's episode. It's got 10,000 views, guys. This is not a sleeper. You don't want to miss this one. Kyle goes in depth on every step. It's actually one of our chaptered videos. He shows you the online tools that you need. I believe it's all free, right, Kyle? We don't have to pay for any software for this.
Everything there is free outside of Lightburn. Yeah.
Everything here is free, guys. So
I will have an follow-up to that video. Not an update. Follow-up.
Yeah. So here you can see
everything you need to know is there.
Kind of the layers coming in. I'm sure this doesn't do it justice, but the end result's really, really great. The whole video, doing something as complicated as, a 3D engraving, only 25 minutes, and it's every step of the process. So
it was pretty concise.
Check that one out too. It's a great episode. Yeah, it's really good.
And by the way, I think the biggest chunk of that video was when Kyle explained how to create it, which even that was only like 5 or 6 minutes, but that's literally like one of the most key elements of the video. So just saying, make sure you watch that. Let's see. And then, by the way, Laura ordered one of the lenses for her UV from one of the links that we posted last week.
Yep.
And that reminds me of the video that Kyle just posted. Again, if you missed earlier, because we got 42 people, I think earlier we only had 26. Kyle posted a video this week, or actually Alex posted it. Can you show them that real quick?
Yeah, I was not listening to you though. I was reading.
Yeah, you get the lens correction, the new lens correction video.
Oh yeah, sure.
So yeah,
that's
so
right
this
here,
one,
right
if you missed it, yeah, because we've got like double the viewers from when we started because we mentioned it pretty quick. Kyle does a great job of this. We have people who get trainings from us all the time on how to do this because it's not complex really, but it is really procedural. And so it's one of those things where if you're someone who struggles with procedure, you can rewatch this video over and over again to help you guys get this done. That's actually Anthony's laser tape. And I think Kyle posted a link to that in the video too.
Yeah.
If you haven't, Beam It Up Laser Works. Anthony.
I can never remember his freaking website.
It's Beam It Up Laser Tape. Beam It Up Laser Tape.com. .org, .net, .com. But yeah,
just keep trying them. You'll find it eventually. Beam It Up Laser Tape.com. Let's try that.
I think it takes you to his website. There it is.
No. There
$10 bucks gets you both rolls. It's super worth it because then you can put it on any freaking surface and it makes it something where you can do your lens correction. So if you got some scrap plywood or something, it just makes it so easy. And he's got some other products, I think, listed on his website. But anyways, long story short, it's really crucial to have something that makes it easily visible to do this. And it just makes it super, super simple. Yeah. So anyways, great video. It's only got 1,000 views, but I feel like this is one of those ones that over time, as people rewatch it and get new lenses, like Laura just got or is going to get hers soon.
You specifically were telling me, right, that like this was one of the most
I was on you for
questions
like
on the LMA.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I got like what happens is then. So if you guys don't know, the 9-point correction was incomplete from Lightburn, but we made a video right as soon as it came out. And then they added the scale portion, which basically is the rescaling. So what would happen is we would ask people to make a 100 millimeter box, right? Like a square. And they'd come out to like 97.8 by 99.1 or something like that. And so basically the scale was off and they finally put in the scale correction tool, which is really super useful. Because it does the math for you. That's the thing. You used to have somebody like Kyle, who's like a super genius to help you figure out the math real quick. And you pop in the numbers and it's like no problem. And it gets you to within like a percentile of a.
Yeah. So now you can click these little 3 dots here next to scale and it opens up like a separate menu where you can put in. So I think he's going to.
Jason's leaving. Bye, Jason.
See you, bro.
So, look, a couple of people, real quick, just because so many people are saying it. John said the black masking tape that Kyle used in the lens calibration video is dope. Yes, it really is. Yuri said, yep, Beam It Up Laser Tape is top shelf tape. So there you go.
I use it literally every day I'm using a laser.
Yeah, because you gotta.
Here it is. So you put in the requested size. This is what you typed in, right? So if you made like a 200 by 200 millimeter box, you put 200 millimeters in here, and then you put the size that you measured it in, and it figures out the difference between those two and what adjustment needs to be made in order to give you a correct result. And Kyle, again, walks you through every step of this process, even if you have to do multiple boxes in order to dial it in. And he covers that as well. So
yeah. So and by the way,
it's a key thing.
It's going to be super helpful on the LMA because we've got a lot of members who are like, I've gotten to this point, but I'm still having this struggle. And so I know it's if the LMA members are having it, other people are too. So if you've watched the old video, go back and right here it's at 8 minutes and 20 seconds. It looks like I'm kind of blind, but anyways. Go for it. Watch that last couple of minutes, if nothing else, just to kind of see what has transgressed.
Yeah, it's like 8:20, but you should probably. It's all the way probably a good idea to watch the whole thing. I would probably watch the whole thing.
Oh, look at this! By the way, no, that's not it. Laura, 3-month membership, awesome.
Thank you, Laura.
And a super sticker. Oh my God!
It's not really Laura's 3rd month. It's Laura's like billionth month because I changed the membership types for like the 8th time, and when I do that, it resets everybody's timer. So
Nice. All right, what was the super sticker, Kyle? Can you see it?
It is a bowing pair that says thank you with a headband. It's very
Oh yeah, and it's because the message she put on there was thank you for always providing such great information. There you go.
Thank you, Laura.
Let's see. Have a good night. There's something else I just saw. Alex. Oh yeah, here we go. Resin said, Alex, you just blew my mind with the search on the channel. I had no idea that YouTube lets you do that. I usually search on my TV though, and they don't have it there, so I'll use my PC. Yeah, or the other thing is what you can do is use your phone, go on the YouTube app, and then stream it to your TV. That's sometimes I'll cheat because I'm too lazy to type it on my old TV. Just saying. John said something. What does it say? The scaling setup. I did that for my diodes, and it was great. Ooh, that's kind of cool.
did you guys check the box? Did we get that done?
Yes. Oh yeah, we answered
Okay.
that.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on pre-show notes. Matt
By the
also
way-
sent me a note to mention True Flat Plywood,
Yeah.
which I have not unboxed it, so I have no idea.
The reason I brought them up, so Sargon had asked, how do I handle the warp on plywoods? And I was gonna address that. I know Alex has worked with plywood. We've all worked with plywood. One of the things
it's
I always do
really
is
bad in that video that I'm working on right now, where we cut the box. I mean, it's like really, really bad, and it's a huge problem when we're trying to
like it literally looked like a spring.
Yeah.
So the way I store my plywood is I store it laying flat. I never sit it up. Like, so if we're looking at the piece of plywood, I never like stand it. I always lay it flat. I also make sure that I put, I've actually got boxes that have like tumblers and other things that are metal and heavy, like glass. And I literally sit those on top of them. And so that way, when I need a sheet, I can just pull it right out. I also put an air conditioning in the garage a long time ago so that it keeps the humidity as low as possible because moisture is, that's why like right now, 41% for Florida. So I keep this in my garage at all time. I've been gone for a week, so my AC has been off. But 41% is not terrible. It usually is like 32% humidity in here for the electronics and for the wood.
So here's the cheat code for that, right? Storing the wood on its side isn't what ruins it and warps it. It's the discrepancy of humidity when it's touching the floor. So if you have concrete floors that seep moisture, you're going to end up with significantly more moisture touching the concrete than you would up in the middle of the room space. So as it soaks in moisture through the floor, it's going to twist and pull, and all the fibers in the wood are going to want to twist the way they do, and that causes the board or the sheet to want to cup or pull from one end to the other, kind of like how a piece of metal would, as one side heats up and the other doesn't. One side touches water and it wants to like cup. Same thing.
I was wondering why that piece from the episode that I'm working on warped so badly, because we have really strong climate control, but then I remember that wood came from Jimmy's house.
Well, and so that's why I was bringing up these guys just sent us something. So this is True Flat Laser Plywood. True Flat Plywood. Like, we'll take a look at it. But anyways, it's there. And we've got that we're going to be playing with. So
don't buy any yet because we don't have an affiliate link up.
That's true. Oh my God. We'll get one.
Yeah, but storing flat, if you do have weird humidity swings, will help a lot, especially if you can have weight on it.
Nice.
So
the other trick that I use for plywood is MDF. Honestly, like I really like MDF. I know that it can do that too, but like if you get veneered MDF, you can actually, for a lot of what you do in the crafting aspect of it, I feel like you get the same look comparatively. Just saying. Let's see, and I've got way less warpage.
Yeah.
MDF.
Do we have anything? This is our literal 5-minute warning. Do we have stuff that we need to cruise through in the starred list still before we roll out?
I say that one more time.
We're leaving in 5 minutes. Is there anything left we haven't addressed from chat?
No. So we looked. Ed had asked, "Wait, wasn't the Mira brand new?" But that was a long time ago, and I forgot.
Oh no, the mirror was one of the first lasers. That was our first gantry laser we got as like part of an like a review thing. We've had that for quite a while. It came in 2022.
It was new when Alex received it.
Yeah, it was new when I received it.
That's when it was new.
Is there anything else? Things that are coming up. I do have some video. So I know I've got a sublimation video coming up, and a couple of people have sent messages or emails over asking about those. So I'm doing cloth. In case you missed it, geez, where the heck did I put those? I've already done a few things. Like I've done ceramic. And by the way, if there's something you're interested in me looking at, let us know, and I'll take a look into getting some of it so we can actually have that for you. But we did plaques last week, or was that last week or 2 weeks ago? Two weeks ago. It is 2 weeks ago. So we did plaques, and they turned out awesome. Like I showed you guys how to make it. We're also going to be looking kind of like what Kyle talked about with the baby bibs. Like I actually have made shirts for the kids, and they turned out amazing. And so when we're looking at ways to pay off a machine or to invest in like a tool that helps you grow your business, I really do think for Christmas this year. And actually, I just got back for Halloween. Actually, I've already got some plans for that going on. So the consignment shop that I talked about, we have an end of the month like big sale that we do, like a big party downtown called like Last Friday event. And basically I've already been contacted to make some stuff for them. And I was like, yeah, I'll make it when I get back. So now I have to like squeeze that in from now until Friday. So, any of you use the RotoBoss on the UV? Yes.
It's funny you mentioned that. You have? Matt?
I have, yeah.
Okay. I've not, but it's wired up to, and I just bought, I think 6 pint glasses or 8 pint glasses are on their way. So yeah. I'm gonna be doing a lot of glass testing in the next, whenever it arrives. But
I actually bought the low roller. So when I went to interview Jason for the first time ever, while I was there, he had low rollers, and I was like, dude, I need one of these for the Galvo, because he hadn't made the Talon yet. And I bought the low roller, and I've made probably a couple hundred glasses on him just on that. So it's paid for itself super easily. But I think if I had, oh my goodness, hand point. If I had the Talon, I could definitely use that too. I think it's got rubberized grips on it, so it should pretty easily grip whatever you're working on. So, yep. Let's see. Definitely worth it. We've got the glass setting too, Laura. If you like the frosted glass, we can hook you up with.
Mark is asking about plug stuff, and we're at the end of the episode, so I'm going to do plug stuff, unless you guys have anything else you want to cover before we go. All right, check it out, Mark. Here's everything you need to know, dude. So it all starts right here at lasereverything.net, new super simple website, so you can find everything you need to find in order to get started with lasers. So here we are, just lasereverything.net, super simple. It's just a nice, big, clean list, okay? We've got free starter settings packs for when you get your first laser. These come pre-done, ready to go with everything that you need to process all of the basic materials. Kyle's gone through and pre-converted them for every wattage and lens combination, pretty much, more or less. And they're not perfect, but they're 80% of the way there. So they do require a little tweaking, but they're really, really good reference base for you. Those don't cost anything. Then you've got the laser source database. If you're wondering about specs of any particular machine, the laser source database makes it easy to find that specific source. And we have complete data sheets from the manufacturers. We don't use any third-party sources, so you can look this up. If you don't know what this means, that's okay, but you will get to a point where you do know what this means, and it's going to be really helpful for you when you need it. Next up, the laser settings database. Online, we host laser settings that are submitted by the community, so you can scroll through and find settings for your exact machine wattage and lens combination that are tested by community members. You can even see pictures to see what the final results look like. And once you're on your feet, you can submit settings too. So that's really, really great. We have online community libraries now for, I believe, every major laser, fiber, CO2 galvo, CO2 gantry, and UV galvo. We just ported this over, so not all of the entries have made it back into the new system yet. But if you guys haven't contributed to this, I would really encourage you to do so. It works best when we're all kind of working together to create a nice catalog of settings. Next up, you've got the laser project database. If you need something like test files, or you're looking for things to start a company, you need order forms, you need different cut files, you need settings logs, all of that kind of stuff can be found in the projects database. Please go check that out too. Material safety database, woefully out of date, but here we are trying to build a collection of very simple MSDS style sheets. If you don't know what you're engraving, it's always good to find out exactly what it is and look up a real MSDS, but it's here as a quick reference for you. If it's on this list, we're probably going to recommend not to try engraving or cutting it with a laser. Clicking each entry tells you exactly why. If we keep going down, we've got the file database. If you need software, if you need spec sheets, if you need reference materials, all of that can be found in our file index. Again, all of this.
Fresh copy of EasyCAD 2 Community Edition, even, which
Yep,
we actually
Community
got
Edition.
about twice today.
Yep, that would be in software. Yep, so you just click through, super easy to find what you're looking for, and then all you have to do is click to start your download. So again, cost-free, guys. This whole library of files is there for you. We also have DPI to line interval calculator and lines per centimeter to line per inch calculators. If you need either of those, you probably know you need them, and they're again here as a quick reference. Again, shout out to Vinny for building all of this for us too. Hundreds of hours of laser engraving content, 100% free. Don't skip out, dude. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that. Laser Everything at YouTube. We have over 500 videos. They don't cost anything, and we're community supported. So there's just a massive amount of stuff here to help you get started. We also have the dedicated Lightburn for Galvo and Lightburn for Gantry crash courses, which take you every step of the way from literally unboxing the machine and all the way to like advanced power user features. They're really, really, really great courses. And we also have the EasyCAD 2 guide, which is very similar. It's not as cohesive as the crash courses, but a very good resource for EasyCAD 2. And we have a couple of EasyCAD 3 videos as well. If you're looking for somewhere to get help from our community, there are so many options for you guys. Free communities built for sharing knowledge. That's so true with Laser Everything. It's our proudest thing, I think. So as far as communities go, we have the makearmy.net. It's still very much a beta, but it's a cool little network where people can share things. Lots of new members, but not a lot of posts yet. So if you're looking to make a splash somewhere new, come check this out because we own this. It runs on our server, and we built it ourselves, and we're super proud of it. So come join us over there. You can also check out our Discord server and our Facebook group. Again, both 100% free. And then you can follow us online. So we have a YouTube, a TikTok, an Instagram, and a Facebook page that isn't a group that mostly Miranda manages. Miranda's my wife, and she's always posting stuff over there. Very, very active. Pretty much all of these very, very active. So it's a good time. You can find some additional resources, and I won't go through them one by one on the Make Army website. It's makearmy.io. There's another link to get to the Make Army network page there. That's also where you'll find our buying guide, which is always in a constant state of being built and rebuilt and changed and managed. So there's not a lot in there yet, but it's evolving. And we'll try to get that filled out here in the next couple of weeks. Try to get more back into the buying guide. It used to be very full, and it definitely needs some work. You'll also see a link to the wiki here. This is another one of my pet projects, guys. The wiki is meant to be a guide to everything laser. And fun fact, I don't know if you guys knew this, anyone can sign up and edit the wiki. The wiki is 100% public access and maintenance. So anyone can log in and add a page, edit a page, add information, create links. It's 100% open. I think I'm the only one who's done anything on it so far. I've tried to add a few pages here and there and link them to things throughout the website as needed, but anybody can contribute to the Make Army Wiki. So I'd love to see some of you guys over there too. Finally, we have the Laser Source podcast. You're listening to it right now, but if you'd rather listen to it on like a podcast service, we upload there as well. We're a few episodes behind on the published episodes because they do get editing before they go up. But if you are trying to catch up on a ton of episodes of the show, this is absolutely the best way to do it. And of course, you can listen on your favorite podcasting service. You'll also find links to news up here. I've been trying to do some more of just like written news. You can't always sit and watch videos. So when new versions of Lightburn come out, or one of our friends makes a video that we really like, we try to throw that up under the news section too. If all of this doesn't get you where you need to be, and you really need to sit down with one of us on like a video call to work through an issue or get something set up, we do offer one-on-one training. All the information that you need to find out about that is right here under the training link. And last but not least, 99% of everything we offer, guys, we have always strived to offer 100% free to the community. We're community supported. All of these resources only exist here because the community has deemed it so, and we would be literally nowhere without your guys' continued support. If you're looking to find out all the ways that you can support us, including the Laser Master Academy, please head over to lasereverything.net/support to find out how. The LMA does not accept PayPal, so if you're a PayPal user, we do have some other options down here as well. A lot of you guys are YouTube members. We're also really starting to gain some traction on the new Patreon page, and you get some fun little bonuses over there, like custom Discord roles and live chat badges. So make sure you check that out. But for most people, I think the LMA is going to be the way to go. You can go straight to masters.lasereverything.net to check it out. We have I could do a whole hour-long episode, guys, on all of the resources that we have available here on the LMA that really, really organize things in a way that make it easy to start from nothing. And the community here is just priceless. The people that are part of this community pay to be part of this community to help support the channel and all of our online resources. And so the bar for quality content is raised over what you're going to see in other places, because these people aren't here to waste time. They're not here to play games. They're not here to mess around. They're losing something in making the investment to just walk through the door. So already everyone here is really serious, and they're also incredibly friendly, and they want to participate in this community desperately. So much so that they're willing to, expend funds on it. And those are the people that you want by your side when you're struggling with a laser issue. So I highly recommend, of course, to go check out the Laser Master Academy. It is the #1 source of funding for us here. It's the #1 source of funding for everything we try to do, not just our videos, but our online web services. It's the reason that we're able to have employees and help feed their families, like Kyle and Matt. Soon we'll have Rhiannon on board as well, with Chris moving out here. So all of this stuff is powered by the community and funded by the community, and the Laser Master Academy makes up the bulk of that. And so we wouldn't be able to do, again, virtually anything that we do now without the continued support from you guys out there in the community. So thank you guys so much. That has been your tour of all things Laser Everything online. We are always growing and developing and changing things and trying new stuff. We're constantly experimenting with new things to try to find what we can do for the absolute least amount of cost, or preferably free. And most everything that we do offer the community is free. And I'm super grateful that we get to do this all day, every day. So that was a big, long-winded rant, but thank you for listening to it. And hopefully that was helpful, Mark.
Hey, where'd you go, Resin?
Hey, no. $47. Remember, if you are going to buy a ticket, it's only going to be $77 until the event starts, and after that, it's going to go up to $97. And if you haven't clicked the link yet, if you click it and buy right away without stopping, you get 20 minutes. Matt's saying.
Literally, the timer's it's linked to your IP and everything. So, because I was like, let me see if I can find a way to cheat this just for funsies, and you can't. So,
if you have a VPN, you could probably visit it on a VPN.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go.
Deal. But yeah, that's
Smarter
all
than
I've
me
got.
already.
You guys have any other notes? That was a really long plug session. We don't usually go into every single thing like that at the end of the show, but since Mark was asking, I figured it'd be a good time to kind of refresh and review what we have available for you guys online.
Yeah, go check out Kyle's new video and get ready for Alex's fail video.
Yep. Kyle's stuff is the top 2 links in the description. I did add that while we were chatting, so make sure to go show Kyle some love before we log out, guys. I think that's all I've got. So unless these two interrupt me, thank you guys so much for watching this episode or listening, of course, to this episode of Laser Source Podcast. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Mark's saying, what's the event? It's the Laser Maker Con. Go watch one of our old episodes on it. Just type
Look at the links
Laser
in the
Maker.
description.
Laser Maker Con. Yeah, there's links in the description too. You don't want to miss it. It's a good thing.
Huge on education.
See you guys.